Oh, hey, you. Come over here. Alright, you have clicked on this video, which means you want to watch some analog horror. Now, here are the ground rules. If you are below the age of 13, actually, or 14, do not watch this video. So, if you're below the age of 14 or 13, click off. If you do not like gore, violence, and a bunch of things that could trigger you, do not watch this. There's a lot of things I can't mention. Anyway, that's all I can say in this. Enjoy the video. Yeah. Right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Now, today is a little different because microphone's right here. Anyway, let's turn on my microphone a little bit. There we go. Yep, that works. Anyway, but today is a little different because actually turn it up a little bit because it's supposed to be loud. Anyway, today's going to be a little different. Today we are reacting to an analog horror series for the first time. I recently just saw this on a YouTube short about someone being awesome, so I wanted to check it out. And since it's going to be my first time reacting to it, might as well make it a YouTube video. Anyway, but excited for it. Can't wait to see what it is. But first episode is called. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for if you all are watching this video. Thank you all for watching. And we'll get started. The first episode is called Faces. So let's get that started. You gotta love the little warning scenes. Trying to make sure it's good. Alright. So, we're gonna try to read as fast as we can. 6 months ago, police found 3 paintings stowed away in an abandoned storage area, each titled after recent murders. First victim was Carla Gray, found with 36 stab wounds to the face and all her teeth removed. On the back of the first painting, the title "Carla's Teeth" was written. What? This is the painting. Nah. Second victim was Jackie Graham, found drowned with 27 in the perineum. She was alive during the stabbing. Her painting is titled "Floating Jackie." This is the painting. She was alive? Oh, hell no. Last victim was James Miller, found with his face torn off and his wrist slit open. Autopsy showed that James was alive for several days without a face. For several days? How? Third painting was named James' Secret Face. This is the painting. This is gonna be oh my god. Oh, am I allowed to show this on YouTube? 2 months later, several more paintings were discovered. However, the titles of these paintings did not seem to be connected to any known cases at the time. There's plot twist, guys. Here are the other paintings in their title. Wax Doll Tom, Lisa's Secret Face, Painting Jimmy, Corey, Daniel After the Fire, Jennifer's Last Stare, Scream Maggie Scream. After going public, I'm gonna pause it. After going public with the case and sharing the paintings in hope of saving anyone that might be decapitated, dissipated? I don't know how to say the word. Bash me later. The people received 3 photos in the mall, all of them also titled. Oh god. Okay, let's turn down my microphone a little bit. Anyway, the photos appear to decide the victims. James Miller, Jackie Graham, and Jimmy. That's James. Jackie. Whoa. What the fuck? And Jimmy. If anyone knows anything about these photos or paintings, please contact 985-455. I wasn't able to read the last number, so I suck. One final painting titled Self-Portrait was found 2 days ago. This is the painting. Oh, hell no! Don't do it. No. Oh, I thought there was gonna be a jump scare.
Do you think he can clutch?
They're bad. God damn it!
Chance. He's a one-tap wonder.
Alright. So let's go back to that one. Now just zoom in. Let's go back to that one. So let's kind of do a little decipher on this. Like I said, this video is going to be different. Anyway. But, so... what we're getting so far is that there is a... yeah, 6 months ago, police found 3 paintings stored away in an abandoned storage area, each child after recent murder. So we know there's a mass... so now we know there's a murderer, a mass murderer around here. So we know it's not like a weird creature. It might be a creature, but at the same time, it might just be a murderer. We don't know. All we know is that it likes to paint so far. And either way, but like it said, it likes to paint after it kills its victims and titles their name, which leads to paintings like this, not that gory, and then paintings like this. Tell me when it see that we're coming out of the water out of a Japanese horror game. And then I'm not gonna show that one again, but you know which one I'm talking about, the one I don't think I can show on YouTube. Anyway, but so far we know is that, and it's not the only victim. No crap, I'm not monetized. If you're a child, then you shouldn't be watching this either way. Anyway, but this is the paint that led to something looking like this, and you can see detail and everything, and then it led to, and then it showed other photos of the other paintings and their titles. Waxall Tom, Lucy's Secret Face, Hanging Jimmy, and Off the Fire, yeah, Last Stare, Scream Maggie Scream. So based on the description, so Lisa shared the same fate as that other guy. James Secret Face. Just so you know, I'm not like other YouTubers that I'm not taking notes, so I'm gonna try my best to review all of this and try to remember it. I'm not gonna go back to episodes, but when I'm reviewing, I'm gonna do it when I'm reviewing each episode. Anyway, but I'm gonna try my best to keep this short. And and there's more victims: James Miller, Jackie Graham, and Jimmy. James definitely got burnt. Jackie probably got strangled based on how her face is purple and everything, and how her lips look and everything. And if you look at her eyes, she got strangled. Her face is purple. Her eyes. We don't can barely see on that one, but like it looks whatever was choking her out must have a lot of force because her eyeball. Can't see on this one, but her eyeball's halfway out. Like it's still in there, but it's like halfway. Of course, you got, and then James, which I don't know how he died, how he probably died. Based on how it looked, he probably either just got stabbed to death, but he also doesn't have no teeth. So take that into consideration. But his eyes are also very wide too, so I don't know. It could mean anything. And then led us to a self-portrait. A self-portrait. So this is probably the killer that killed all of them, or this is probably the self-portrait of one of them. I don't know. If there's more than one. I don't know. But yeah. But I don't know what to take from this. But so far we're already starting off very scary, very, very, very disturbing, very fast on an analog horror. I guess we move on to the next one. God damn it! Alright. Next episode is The Lighthouse. Sorry, let me do it like that dark narrator. Next episode is The Lighthouse. I'm not doing that again. Viewer description is discretion. I can't pronounce the word correctly because for some reason, I can't pronounce a couple words correctly. Is advised. The lighthouse. 4 weeks ago, a police officer named Bill Collins went missing along with his wife and daughter. Oh no. Bill had previously discovered this painting in his home, clue as to how it could have ended up there. No. While searching Bill's house, police found one of his daughters hanging by the neck from the ceiling in the attic. She was only 2 months old. Okay, I know it's analog horror, but seriously? That's sad. But I know it sounds like I'm not. I know it sounds like it's. I know it's. My voice is sounding like it's not sad, but that is sad. The Collins family's car was found 12 days later by the ocean side. In the car, the police found a painting titled "Long Neck Angel." Angel was indeed the name of the youngest daughter found in the attic. The 2-year-old. That's disturbing. The search would lead to an old lighthouse standing just a few miles away from the abandoned car. The lighthouse hasn't been in use for several years. On the door to the lighthouse, an extracted face was painted in red. This is the painting. Inside, the charred corpse of a missing teen named Daniel Williams was found. Daniel's one of the paintings in the first episode. The Daniel's burnt corpse. He's one of those paintings. Wow. The moment I heard I don't need notes. I immediately clocked that crap in instantly. Gonna work on my cussing. Police later proceeded into the tunnels under the lighthouse. There's tunnels underneath the lighthouse? Here the police would find 2 more corpses belonging to Jennifer White and her daughter Lisa White. They have been missing for 7 months. Lastly, the police found a moist barrel emitting a foul stench. The barrel was filled with mangled meat and bones. Tests later showed that it belongs to the rest of the Collins family. The test also showed extreme volumes of what? Of meat. Hold on. Typing that word in. Oh, it's a drug. Alright, so I kind of knew it was a drug. What is it used for, though? Alright, let's see what it's used for. Oh, alright, so fix the time. Alright, I still don't know how to say it, but amphemetite. We're just gonna call it amph. Now, works. Amph pronounced amphetamine. I'm still calling it amph. Makes your body release extra dopamine and neuron and neuropins. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm sorry. These are neuron transmitters. I know how to pronounce that, which are like chemical messengers. The more of them you have circulating in your body, the more active the affected systems are. AMF has a big effect on the central nervous system, especially your brain. They make you feel alert or awake, attentive. I can't pronounce attative. I can't. I can say that word. I just can't pronounce it right. Or focused. energetic, or motivated, less hungry, upbeat, or positive. One thing that got me though, one thing that kind of caught my eye though is alert or awake. When taken certain ways, AMF can cause a high feeling. Because of this, you should take AMF exactly as prescribed. Use them in an unsubscribed way can lead to substance use disorder and addiction. It can, but like one of the things, it said alert or awake. Am I still recording? Yes, I am. Yeah, alert or awake. So, I wonder. Oh, it's for ADHD. They treat many condition. Oh no, they treat many conditions, including attention deficiency, hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, and obesity. Huh. All right. So that's strange. So that's not strange. It's how a drug works. Anyway, so it means that the killer is most definitely drugging them to keep them like awake. And but it also said less hungry. So there's hell. Part of some of the victims, this person's killed. This murderer has been there for has probably been gone for years and alive, and just not hungry because of the drug, because of AMF. But one thing that got my main focus is that it said alert and awake, and we know one of them, and we know at least two of the victims we know probably was drugged with AMP because they were they both because on the description they were both apparently alive when like James was alive when he was getting his was alive and awake and conscious when his face was off, and that one lady, I've already forgot her name, Lady in the Lake, was wide awake while being stabbed 27 times. I don't know. I'm thinking a little too far ahead, but that I knew it was a drug. I just didn't know what it was. Okay, I didn't know it was a drug. I never heard of it, but still. All right, let's just continue. Photos of the Collins family moments before death was found scattered around the barrel. Here are the photos. I don't want to see the photos. What the fuck? Okay, I know I said I was gonna control my cussing, but what? Lastly, there was a fourth photo as an unknown fae. What the hell?
Play a story-driven
God
game
damn
that
it! Now I know why that's there, though. Alright, so here's what I got from this. This son of a bitch is disturbing as hell. $5 is a demon from hell or something. Because I know us humans can be very brutal, but you're telling me that something could do this? That is gonna give me nightmares tonight out of everything. You know, I'm staying up late and playing Project Zomboid. Sooner or later we'll get a video out of that, by the way. Anyway, but that is, I can't tell if that means if she murdered them, or these are the murderers. Because based on how like, you know, you see their facial expressions in there, like she's missing her nose, she still has her eyes, but her certain of her eyes are gone, and she has no lips, and she's stuck in a weird smile. And you got this one which looks like she suffered the same fate, but she has her lips, her jaw, and thing. She suffers the same fate with the eyes, but if you look very closely, she doesn't have no lower half, which means her head probably got chopped off. But her face is stuck into a smile. And this guy looks like he got skinned alive, or his like insides got ripped out. Because now there's no teeth, no eyelids, an unknown face, and this. Now this kind of reminds me of The Ring. What if this is our killer? Actually, hell, what if all four of them are killers? If so, my suspicion's correct. They're demons from hell. I don't know.
Play a story-driven game that drops you into the 20th
But what I got from that so far is
smooth music, graphics, and
what I got from that so far is that it. Okay, let's pause it, unmute it, and I can just press skip when I need to. What I got from that is we'll just press skip. What I got from that is that theory, those four pictures might be our killers, except for one. Remember the girl? Remember the girl with no lower body and just a head, and her face was forced into a smile, and she still has her nose and everything, but she suffered the same fate with the eyes. I feel like she was a victim, or she was a killer, but the others probably just killed her. I don't know. It's all a theory for the future. Anyway, let's just continue this. This is a whole series. We're watching the whole thing, by the way, so this video ends up long. I'm sorry. I just have to try to give you guys more context, so I don't get copyright strike and everything. Anyway, wait. And I'll mention the guy. I'll show you guys the guy's channel at the end. Anyway, but the next one is In the Walls. All right, Corey Beck, age 11. Both of these people had their name. Both of these people had their name on paintings. Then 10 days ago, the Beck twins went missing. 5 days later, their bodies were discovered inside an abandoned paper mill factory. Alright, one thing I'm getting from these killers is that some of them, like, they are kidnapping some of their victims and taking them to other spots, and some of them are killing them in their homes. However, the stage of the bodies were found. That's just my thing. Anyway, back to the video. However, the stage of the bodies were found in a gruesome condition. Please don't show a photo. I'm sorry I'm pausing it too much. I'm just trying to keep my insanity cleared. Only the upper body of Margaret and the lower body of Corey could be located. The twins' bodies have been sewed together in a sloppy Nah. The rest of their bodies have still not been found. Yeah, probably sewed those bodies to get the other bodies together. Margaret's neck and jaws was broken in several places. A clay brick had violently been shoved down her throat. The word meat had been written. What am I now? British? No offense if any British people watch my videos. Anyway. Or was written on the brick. I swear. Corey's genital had been removed by pulling force. 1 week before their disappearance, Corey had been dared by two of his friends to spend an hour in a remote cabin near Tiger Lake. Allegedly, Corey went inside alone with his digital camera while his friends waited outside. Don't tell me you have the footage. After just 4 minutes, Corey ran out screaming that he had seen a face. According to his friends, Corey's left arm was bruised. While investigating the cavern, police found a wardrobe connected to a crawl space inside the wall. Corey's camera was found on the floor inside this open wall cavity. This is what was on the camera. God damn it! Better be a photo. It's a photo. Looks like he's in a cellar. Alright, now it looks like he's... Is that marble or is that wood? Nothing's there. Alright. I still don't see nothing. Well, at least we confirmed. We got one of our killers. The face is believed to be connected to the disappearance of Corey and Margaret Beck. If you recognize this person, please contact 985-455-9560. That was the last number. Why'd it stop like this? Yeah, ad. Alright, let's go back real quick. Alright. So, recap. So, the twins went missing, and they both suffered gruesome fates. They were... first, Corey Beck and Margaret Beck. We got it. Alright. So, Margaret died because they shoved a clay brick down her throat. That was her way of dying. That's how she died. And Corey died by getting his genital removed by pulling force. And after they died, they were cut in half and sewed together, like in the video, in a sloppy manner. They have been sewed together. I'm trying to review this without breaking down, because this is just fucked up. I know it's analog horror, but this is just effed up. And allegedly, Corey went inside alone with his digital camera while his friends waited outside, because his friends dared him to spend an hour. They found his camera, and then of course we have pictures of a basements. Because this is cobblestone and like old cabins. There's like this type of cobblestone. One thing that really confused me is this a crack? I know this is either cobblestone but smoothed out, or marble, and this is either a wire or a crack. I can't tell, but eventually which led to this. He's definitely in a sweller. Yeah. And then lead us to this. Which, if we go back... Yeah, according to his friends, Corey's left arm was badly bruised. So, if we take into consideration, this face is one of the killers. Saw him and tried to kill him. But Corey powerfully put up a fight, because like I said, his left arm was badly bruised. Nothing else was bruised. I don't know. All I'm getting this so far is these cops are not doing a good job. I know investigations take a while, guys, but I'm just saying. These cops are not doing a good job so far. I know they're trying to investigate and everything. I can't expect them to speed up and everything like normally. I don't know. That's just how I'm seeing this, okay? It's just sad. Alright. Anyway, but that's what we got from that, so let's try to remember everything I'm getting so far. Hi, Nova. And here comes the rain. Not here comes the sun, here comes the rain. It's raining outside right now, so you might hear rain in the background. Anyway, if you don't, then good, my microphone's isolated. Anyway, but the next episode is The Clue. Let's go ahead and get that started. Warning, the following footage may be... Private investigator Sean Kane has been helping police to locate victims connected to civil crimes. Alright, they got a private investigator. The last body he found before his disappearance was the last body he found before his disappearance was the body of Tom Harris. Oh, Tom Harris is one of our paintings we saw. The killer had climbed the drain pipe up the 3rd floor and entered Tom's apartment through his bedroom. Alright, whoever Tom was, he wanted him. This killer wanted him dead. Because you're telling me this killer took the time to climb up a drain pipe? You know what? I know those are screwed, like bolted into the drain pipe, but like those things, like whatever we're dealing with has serious grip strength and upper body strength, because just impossible. In a living room, a pile of hardened clay wax was found. What? Painting. Tom Waxed body. That was our photo. Inside this pile of wax was the body of Tom Wax. The cause of the death was suffocation from the wax. Could you imagine that? Tom's arms and eyelids have been cut off. Brutal. A 3rd arm could be found inside the pile of wax. A 3rd arm? We still do not know who this arm belongs to. Tom Harris. No, this is a different guy. So this ain't our guy. That was a different wax body guy. 1 week later, investigator Sean went missing from his home. The investigator found fast. Neighbors of Sean notified police after hearing his dog bark for over 9 hours. No offense, but if the dog's barking for more than 3 hours, for almost an hour, then something's wrong. Inside police, the dog's legs have all been broken. Although dehydrated and suffering, she was still alive. That poor... Oh, hell no! Put me in that analog core. Give me a gun. I'm tracking these motherfuckers down. Blood trails could be found leading from the bedroom to the kitchen. The only clue police could find was that Sean seemed to have deliberately painted the number 2 on the door frame with his own blood. If you look in the photo, didn't mean to pop that up. Oh, let's close that. No, shit. Blooper. Beep.
Playing on.
Stop watching this ad. Go to Wix and grab your domain name before someone else does.
Alright, back here. Anyway, as I was saying though, if you look on the painting, it looks like he was trying to hold onto the wall, and while he was dragged, because they were probably pulling him. Because if you look, number 2, and then if you look, his hand, he's trying to grab the wall, but failed miserably because of the blood. That's just my thought. Inside Sean's bedroom, police found a new tiled painting, clearly resembling Sean. This is the painting and its title. The Man in the Pipes. He's in the pipes. His body's in the pipes. Perpetrator had entered Sean's home through the basement. Luckily, Sean had a surveillance cam installed just a few days earlier. Oh, we're gonna see that. Please tell me we're gonna see it. Even though the camera had been destroyed, it still caught a photo of the perpetrator. All right, let's see if it lines up. This is the photo. Let's see if it lines up with the photo. We got more than one killer. All right. We'll analyze this in a minute. It's not a human though. We know. Look at its face though. We're doing the analyze now. Look at its face. It's a demon. This is a monster we're dealing with. We're dealing with monsters. We're not dealing with normal killer in this analog horror. We're dealing with monsters, even though that's normal in all analog horrors. Monsters. Whoa, okay, no ad. Anyway, analysis though. So Sean was a private investigator helping. They found Tom's body was waxed. Tom was not one of our photos we had from the beginning, because the painter painted a new photo and left it there. But anyway, I don't know what to analyze that. All I know is that the photo, we have more than one. There's more than one killer. Unless the killer is able to deform its face and everything. Like, shapeshift its face and everything. We have more than one killer. Which I kind of already got that from the start. By just guessing and thinking it's a theory. Calling it a theory. Anyway, like I say, we're watching the full series. Witness, 4 minutes, 42 seconds. Let's just kick this off. 3 days ago, Tina Rosberg was reported missing along with her boyfriend and younger sister. Oh, we got color now. We always had color. I don't know why I'm saying that. Our boyfriend, Jack Stryker, wanted to take Tina on a South Coast road trip for her 20th birthday. Aww. Florida Rosemary, the younger sister of Tina, was also invited for this road trip. Did they die when they were driving, or did they die? Jack, Tina, Flora. Why did Jack's photos glitch? Jack's car was found 2 days ago in the woods. There were signs of struggle inside the car. So they were fighting back. They were trying to fight back. There's also a painting. These cops better be in group and not alone, I swear. Flower face Flora. While searching the car, police heard screaming from deeper within the woods. Police followed the screams until they found a grisly sight. Follow, bitch, you should run. Tina was found tied to a tree, feet and arms cut off. She was alive and conscious. She's alive? I told you the story. The mutilated corpse of Flora Rosberg could also be located. Her head had been smashed in with a hammer. Tina told the police that the murderer was still around somewhere. However, no one could be found. Demon. We're dealing with demons. After escorting Tina from the scene, the police returned to the car and found another painting. It's going to be the boyfriend. The painting had just been put there. The title, Long Jack, had hastily been written on instead. This is the painting. Jack has still not been found. They thought, yeah, they probably chopped off his head. In Tina's own words, this is what happened that night. Am I gonna have to read it, or you're gonna say it for me? I'm gonna have to say it for her. I remember waking up in the car. Jack was gone, and I could hear someone approaching. Next thing I remember, I was tied to that tree. I was injected with something, the drug. I could hear my sister screaming. She was screaming for our mom. Oh, Flora. I don't know. I remember whispering. There's probably a question there. And her face. Oh God. Her face. Get a sketch artist now. Thank you! Okay. So these police officers like normal police officers. This is police sketch of the murderer based on Tina's description. We got our killer. There's not much to analyze on that. Jess, we got more murderers. You do not already need to go outside. Sorry about that. Anyway, all I got from that is these killers are relentless. We got a new photo though. Looks really familiar to me. I don't know where else I've seen it. I mean, half of it looks... The only thing that looks familiar to me is the hair. That's it. But based on what happened, though, is that there's definitely more than one killer. Because her sister was screaming, but it was also another person. Anyway. I don't know why I reacted to the series. Anyway. Next episode's called Pigs. Former police officer Ian Ford and his wife May was recently reported missing. Police went to investigate their farm. They found an awful stench coming from the barn. Inside, they found the brutalized corpse of May Ford, his wife. She had been handcuffed to a pole inside one of the stalls. However, her hands had been ripped right off. So even though her body had been badly mangled, tests showed that she died from internal bleeding. This music goes without. A dead horse could be found within the same stall. Cause of death was heart failure due to a stidol overdose. In this music, shut up! Inside the milk house, police found a bloody mattress. I can't hear myself think. Well, like it was found scattered across the mattress, along with used bandages and packets of this disfigured head of Ford's granddaughter was something's talking. The head of the The worst smell came from within the second stall on the barn. Several faces were found nailed to the wall inside the stall. Some of them
belonged to previous victims. So the guys we saw before were not our killers. They were victims. There were also several decapitated pig carcasses. Middle of the stall laid in a normally large pig that had been sliced open and then stitched together again. Stuffed inside the pig carcass, police found the corpse of Ian Ford. Pig's eyes had been cut out and replaced with the eyes of Fiona Ford. Inside the tack room, police found the rest of Fiona's body, along with several disturbing paintings. These paintings displayed Fiona, Iron, and B1. These images may be very distressing. Alright, so if you're not already disturbed, click off now, or skip 5 minutes ahead. But if you're willing to be traumatized of me, don't do none. I'm just warning you, because I'm gonna be fucked up after this. And here are the paintings and their titles. Breeding Mount May, Wet Skin George, Jigsaw Baby, Ian the Pig, Low Hole Isabel, Hide and Zeke, Four Eyes, A heavily damaged tape was found in the mud outside the barn. Even though the tape was almost completely destroyed, police were able to recover some of the footage. This is what was on that tape. What's the actual fuck? I can't hear nothing over this damn thing, and there's no subtitles, so now we know this bitch ain't talking. Do it then. Do it. I'm ready.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a
I'm not recapping that one. So far, all we gain from all these ones is we're dealing with monsters from hell, like I said multiple times. And we don't even know there's a way to kill them.
44.
Guys.
All we know so far is that they're really effing powerful, fast, and disturbing. And there's, for some reason, still more than one. Over the past few days, there have been numerous gruesome murder reports. You guys still haven't found her? Is this a 10-day series? How long is this? This is 10 episode series. We got 3 more, guys. One of the victims was the elementary school teacher, Isabel Jackson. Isabel called 911 in the midst of her attack. However, the address she provided led the police to a completely different crime scene. The address belonged to a family of 3. Jace, Paul, and their son, Zeke. Zeke was one of those... Hide and Zeke was one of those paintings. They were expecting a daughter in just a few months. If y'all watched it, if you haven't, be glad. There was a photo painting called either Tic-Tac-Toe or Mitch Matt. I'm not going back to review it. But it was a baby, and it's just take your guess. It wasn't gruesome, but it was disturbing. There's no face, there's no nothing. It was just a couple things. Right outside their home, police found a bloody gardener shear. I'll let y'all decide your decision. What happened to Zeke? If y'all didn't see it, I'll let you guys figure out what happened to Zeke and the baby. What waited the police inside the house was so shocking and repulsive that one of the officers requested a period of leave from duty upon the next day. Jason Paul's bodies were found in the kitchen, both ruthlessly executed. They took the parents out first. The fetus had violently been cut out from Jance's stomach. Jance was strangled to death with the umbilical cord. Paul was found dead a few feet away from Jace, tied to the kitchen counter with his mouth sewed shut. The fetus was found in pieces scattered all around the house. Told you. During an autopsy, they found the head of the fetus shoved down Paul's throat. He died from choking on his own organ. Zeke is still missing. He's dead, with his head chopped off. By the house, there was also a painting. Its title had been painted over except for the word pipes. This is the painting. Guess we found the head. But that's him. Police later managed to track down the real address of Isabel Jackson, though they were too late. The headless body of Bruce Jackson was found right by the open front door. He had stabbed in the chest 7 times. Where one would expect to find his head, a painting lane instead. I was able to read the rest. This is the painting. They broke and took off his jaw. Isabel was found murdered inside the bathroom. The lock to the door had been completely destroyed by a hammer drill. Isabel suffered multiple skull fractures, and a hole was drilled directly into her frontal lobe. A rolled-up note had been put inside of the hole. The note read, "I live where I can't breathe, and I eat without teeth. What am I?" Another clue emerged at the crime scene, unveiling new possibilities. The recent of 2 sets of footprints in the blood suggests that there was more than one culprit. Oh wow, we finally got it. The police now finally believes that whoever is behind these paintings and murders does not work alone. Took you long enough. I had that figured out by like episode 3, and we didn't even get that much detail. As for why Isabel gave the address leading to another murder scene is still a mystery.
Isabel's 911 call stands as one of the most disturbing calls ever reported. We got more disturbing calls, but what you're about to hear may be very distressing. Take your headphones off now, but if you're outside, turn the fuck down. Turn it the hell down.
Okay, now, what's the address? They killed my husband. Oh, okay, the police are on their way. Do you have somewhere to hide? I locked myself in the bathroom. Okay, good. Are you able... Do you know they're there? Yes! Yes, please! Please! Okay, ma'am, the police are on their way.
They never made it.
Stay calm for me, okay? What's your name? Isabel Jackson. Okay, Isabel, do you have anything to defend yourself with? Oh my God, they're gonna get it! Please help me! The what? They're breaking down the door! Isabel, do you have anything to defend yourself with?
It's not a drill, that's them
Stay
screaming.
calm. Are there any windows in your bathroom?
That's a drill.
Isabel? Hello? Hello? Isabel?
Y'all reading that? Y'all see this? That means if you ain't prepared for this, don't watch. We're gonna have to watch it. This is your warning now. Skip it or click off. God, why did I do myself to this? I'm praying for this person. I get it's analog horror, but this is more disturbing than all the analog horrors I've seen. Over the past week, the number of brutal murders have continued to rise. When Dr. Fred Baker failed to appear for work, the police conducted a wellness check, only to discover him murdered in his own home. According to neighbors, a dog could be heard barking from inside his house the night before the discovery of Fred's body. I'm sick to my stomach right now. Fred was known to live alone with his cat. He never had a dog. They can transform now. As the police entered Fred's house through the breached back door, they were met with a disturbing scene. Of course they were. Evidence of a struggle was discovered in the kitchen. How? So some of these people are actually like... What type of struggle though? Like, was it... The police would also find a consumptious amount of slide in the fall. Now I know where they're getting the drugs though, because he's a doctor. I believe that Fred had been stealing medication from his workplace for some time. Ah, shit. Fred was laying in his bed with no skin on his head. Of course he was. Things in the background's net right now. The bathroom floor was littered with used sandpaper. Neither the cat nor any signs of a dog could be detected. However, a gruesome painting was found hidden under the bed. Graphic painting seems to be Fred's cat. This is the painting and its forbidden title. Pocket. You know the word. 2 days later, the body of George White was found in his family's house. The word glitched out. Again, the neighbors reported hearing barking on the night of the attack.
The extent of damage to the body made post-mortem identification nearly impossible. This is the last episode to the last one, and we'll be done with the series. There's not much I can do to edit this video. Similar to other recent murders, George's face has been cut off. So they didn't use the sandpaper? He had approximately 48 sentence stab wounds across his whole body. This must have really hit his crotch and his upper body. 4 of the wounds contained traces of seminal fluid. During autopsy, several photographs were found inside the body of George Floyd. Of course, there's photos. One of the photos was found tuckered inside his heart, inside the heart. Second was discovered within the intestines. The last photo was found crumpled up inside the pelvis. Despite the excessive damage to the photos, police were able to successfully restore them. Don't sit here in the photos, you son of a bitch. Alright, bring it. Just bring it. I'm prepared. Bring it. The fuck? If you know any of these people, please contact 985-455-9560. Last night, police dispatcher Sarah Stone and her husband Michael were abducted from their residence. The building's basement hatch had been destroyed from the inside. Through the entry, he had been through the front door. Fortunately, Sarah had a security camera installed at her front door. Did they get it this time? The camera's footage captures the murderers entering the house of Sarah and Michael Stone, ultimately finding the most damning evidence ever. No offense, but after the stuff they do, and if I was a cop here, I would be killing these motherfuckers. I wouldn't give them a trial. What you about to witness is a glimpse of the most violent killers in all of American history. This is what was on the security camera. It didn't even pop up before I started reading it. I just knew it was going to say this is on the security camera. Let's just watch it. Microphone, stay the fuck up. Stop with your damn breathing. This is different from all the other analog horror I've seen. Right now, we're just listening. What? So there's 2. No, as a cop, I'm not bad talking cops, but as a cop, wouldn't you be smart enough to use your gun if someone broke into your home? I guess she probably doesn't have it on her, but she should have it by her. Like some cops I have like listened to podcasts and everything about. They say, like, oh, not even cops. Some people keep, like, for self-defense. Some people keep beds. They keep a handgun or something right. This is last episode. We got hell, and then it's the painter. I don't know. I'm not bad talking to anyone in here. I'm just saying, if I was a cop, I would most definitely have a gun by me at all times, like on duty, off duty. Like, yeah, on duty sounds stupid because you have to have your gun on duty, but off duty, I'm having gun on me. Anyway, what I got from that. So what we're getting so far is that we now know what our killers look like. One of them is a monster. The other one is a normal human. Because, yes, I know we were about to say, oh, demons can speak too. The way she was moving was not like a demon. Like, she knew what she was doing. Like, was it necessary for her to hop the fence? No. She's not what she's doing. The first one, though, pointing out the camera. My question is, for the personal investigator, they destroyed it before taking the investigator out. Why didn't they destroy on this one? Do they want to be known? Like, again, they're already on our tail. We're already on their tail, but like, I don't know. Let's just continue with the video. But as you can see, what I've been saying half the time, it's called hell. Last night, police got an honest tip about trespassers in an abandoned textile from a front. The call had been made from a telephone booth not too far from the site. In a workshop outside the factory, police found a shocking discovery. I know that other cats are out there. You're not getting to them. Body parts from 5 different victims were found inside. I could be playing Zomboid right now, but yet, no, I'm reacting to this. Some remains have been sewed together into something resembling clothing. Yeah, I could have full on be launching a video of Project Zomboid. Nope, I'm doing this. Why? Might as well get you guys something new a couple times. A set of stairs led down into what would be dubbed the cage room. I have a question. Why is there one guy in here, not multiple? It was evident that the room had been lived in for a long time. The missing remains of known victims, as well as an unidentified body, were found here. Please tell me you brought more people with. I'm still only seeing one person in here, not more than one. The room was oozing from the stench of death. Body in the state of severe decay was lying on the mattress. You know that it's blowing all this out for me. On the table in the room was a camera along with 3 photos. Here are the photos. And say what you said downstairs about the assault thing. Say the word. The definition of assault. Say what you said when you realized Fink was on there. This bitch kinky. She kidnapped the victim, murdered him, and then used him as a body pillow. What the Sorry. I just had to make that joke, okay? I'm sorry, I know it's analog horror, but I had to make that joke. A bowl outside the the cage was filled with human urine. Inside the cage, the missing remains of Corey and Margaret were found sewn together. Were found sewn together. I can't say it. Behind the mattress stood a bucket containing several male genitals. What are genitals again? Is that a man's dick? Inside the factory itself, more gruesome discoveries would be made. In what once had been the locker room, 2 bodies were found hanging from the same rope. The same rope? One of them could be identified as Jim Lee. The other body was unidentifiable. Deeper inside the factory, police found what would be dubbed the paint room. That's a face. Is that a face or is that a lantern? Here, several paintings were found. Is that a face? Or is that a lantern? One of them seemed to be unfinished. It's because it's him, isn't it? It's gonna be like, it's because the person recording this it was him. While most of the unknown, I think that's 5 years. Here are the paintings. Don't show the paint. Can we stop with the paintings? Emma's last smile. Bloated Betty. Stone Mark the Machine. Milk Chief Heath. The Collins. Untitled. In the ceiling of the next room, the missing Jones family. Right from the Jones family? A chain had been dragged through their bodies. They didn't have any tools. They were all in different state of decomposition. What type of effing human centipede crap's going on here? In the basement of the building, more bodies were found. Four victims have been partly eaten. Demon. Eaten? The identity of these victims are yet unknown. Near police also found their colleague Sarah Stone and her husband. Their mouths have been sewn to each other's rectal openings. Ew. What, and then killed? They both have been force-fed rocks. That's why it's called Stone Loop. Even going further down, the police entered the sewer system. The police found what would end up being the turning point of the case. What? Hell, 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 come out. Hell, 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 come out. Hell. Never come back. Hell, you never come back. It's the loudest here. Once you've been in hell, and just has been the phrase, once you've been to hell, you never come back. It's something Tara Rosberg said in an interview. Now, further attack. Here's the clip from the interview.
Do you think that you've recovered from this ordeal?
I'll never recover. I'll never be the same. Those people took me to hell. And once you've been in hell, you never come back.
She's the next target. Officer Nathan Cole. Alright, so this is who I saw in the short. Who was apparently the badass. We're about to see why. Was the first to respond since he was in the area. What he encountered in that house was truly bizarre. You better hurry up then. This is the footage from Nathan's body camera. How fast is he running? Oh, she screamed. Let's open that door. Mom's dead. Got the gun.
Let me see your hands right now.
That's a demon. That. Shoot that. Thank you.
Let me see your hands right now. Let me see your hands.
Shoot that bitch.
Do not move. You understand?
Shoot her. Tina's eyes and ears have been punctured with a pairing of knitting needles. She's not aware that she was being rescued and kept screaming for 20 minutes. Tina's mom, Sana Rosberg, had been dismembered in the kitchen. Revealed that the killer behind the mask was a former police officer, Bill Collins. Assumed dead, police are still not sure why his DNA was found with his family's remains. Mona Linus? It's not Mona Lisa, it's Mona Linus, was apprehended by Officer Nathan Cole. I'm shooting her on sight. I get it's my job as a police officer. Shoot her on sight, though. Alright. What? She confessed to more than 100 murders and is now awaiting trial. She should be awaiting death trial.
With Google Play Games, you can play unlocked.
She's getting the trial. She's getting the death trial. Alright. I might make the choice to watch the last one. I don't know. Oh, I have to go take out dogs again. So, I'll be right back. gonna stop the video now, but we're gonna re-video. It's gonna be a 2-part video. I'm gonna stop this. Alright, and we are back once again to watch his last episode. Alright, last episode, The Painter. So last episode, we now know why there's a lot of edits of that one of the cop, because unlike in all the other horror movies, in all the other horror movies and analog horrors I've seen off camera, he uses the gun. He uses his weapon. He uses the weapon. Yeah, but turns out the one of them, the second killer that was working with Mona Linus, not Mona Lisa, Mona Linus, don't get it mixed up, was in fact Bill. I already forgot his last name, but he was one of the old police officers that went missing in like the second episode, I think. And for some reason, he was working with her. Don't know why. Guess really no matter. All that matters is that his face was ripped off and he was in a mask. So, alright, but like I said, this episode's Painter. During a violent altercation last month, serial killer known as Mona Linus was arrested by police. Finally, while detained, she confessed to over 100 killings and claimed she was far from finished. Execute her on the spot. Mona seemed unusually cheerful about being caught and complying without resistance. But she happily assisted authorities in locating further bodies. She has more murderers. I most definitely know she has more murderers at her hand. Emma Riley was found in the woods, not too far from where Mona was caught. Count Riley? Billy Rez caught. She sustained approximately 80 broken bones throughout her body. However, the cause of death was strangulation using the victim's own intestine. Oh my god, that's... I know our intestines are strong, but I didn't think they were that strong. Excuse me? Is that blood or is that a painting? That's a head. She also dislocated the location of the of our thing. He was found deep within the sewer system, under the textile and paint factory. Kind of thought so. His painting was called Pipes. What's the heck? Is this a shrine? Those are Buddha statues. They look... What the fuck?
Mona Linus, the serial killer who has terrorized Louisiana for the last couple of years, was given the death sentence 2 weeks ago. After attempting to smuggle explosives into court, she was denied a physical trial. However, shortly after being interviewed,
It was recorded by John and never released to the public. What was recorded by John and never released to the public? Here's the interview. Oh, it's the interview.
So, Mona, will you tell us why you did the things that you did?
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Yes, so we can give your ass the death sentence.
Tell them I did it for fun. Don't tell them the truth. Don't tell them they made me do it. That it was all rigged from the start.
What?
'Cause they wouldn't believe that anyway. Would they, John?
When you say that they made you do it, What do you mean?
Holy shit, did I actually predict it from the beginning? Are we talking about demons?
As soon as I got here, they turned it off. And when I'm put into my cell, they turn it on again during the night. They have a machine, you know, deep underground. It's not as strong here, but it still works.
What?
Mona, let's start at the beginning. What was your upbringing like?
I'm gonna try to be quiet.
I've already talked about the Helena place, John.
Yes, St. Helena Orphanage.
So she was an
Tell me
orphan.
more about that.
Me and Bill
Oh,
grew up
Bill.
there. We were like siblings. Not real ones, of course. Unlike my real parents. But he was my brother. Got into a lot of trouble.
Now we know why they're working together.
For stitching small animals together. And for Baker kid.
Fred Baker, right?
Yeah. Hold on us. One time, me and Bill had the orphanage dogs. You know, just for fun.
What?
I guess Fred saw it. Told the house mother. She was a bit... We made sure he never forgot what he did, though. He fuck him too.
And you later killed him in adult life.
Let's just say, I always had a tight grip on his ball. He thought he could slip out. No one slips out of my grip.
Could you please stop doing that, or I'm gonna have to ask security to cuff your hands behind your back.
Oh, you're no fun, John.
Tell me more about Bill.
Why does this voice actor sound
He was the
familiar?
kind of kid. There was a sundown once. You know, one of them really red ones. I remember he pointed at it and said, "That's where the devil is." Then he took my hand, and we ran towards it, like two kids in the devil's backyard. Did we ever catch up?
Can we just send this bitch
Yeah.
to the
You tell
death,
me.
to the electric chair?
So, you and Bill stayed in contact all this time?
Not really. He decided to get his life straight. I didn't care for that shit. Guess we on then. He did whatever I told him. I liked ordering him around. Then things got out of hand, and you know the rest. Of course, that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the machine and the statues they put out.
We saw the statues. She lit a cigarette. I heard the light go off.
What are these statues?
Could I have one of those?
Oh, he lit a cigarette.
Thanks. Sorry. What was the question?
The statues.
I don't know. I've seen them around. They're connected to the machine. Probably working as amplifiers of that fucking sound it makes. We even had one at the orphanage, and I'm sure that old pig put it there. He used to visit. I'm telling you, John. It's all been planned from the start.
So, you don't take any responsibility for the murders you've committed?
Oh, yeah. I did all of that.
And you painted your victims. Was that before or after you murdered them?
Before. Most of the time. What can I say? It's that damn machine. They put it in the ground, and with sonic pressure they manifested a red man inside of me. He's the one who makes the paintings. He gives me a face and a name, and then he tells me who to go and get. And trust me, they're all in on it. They've been using me as a host for years. Bill knew it. The whole fucking police department knew it. They let me get away with it every time.
Is that why it took so
I
long?
don't know why, and I feel like they don't know either. I'm not crazy.
You're saying Bill was in on it too?
Yeah, he was my little insider. That thing I made him do was against his will, by the way. It was all consensual. No rape here. Nuh-uh. Well, except, you know.
You were denied a court hearing because you tried to smuggle a grenade through
my... I shoved a grenade up in there. Too bad the guards are even more perverted than I am. Would have gotten away with it.
What the hell is
Wouldn't
wrong
that
with
be
this woman?
Big. See. Oh.
Was that something that the red man demanded as well?
Nah. That was just a fun idea I had.
Man, all these customers.
You've been given the death sentence. How do you feel about that?
I'm alright with it.
Good.
I wanted to be caught. I tried many times. But they just kept letting us do what we did. I'm telling you. Do you think this is going to end with me dead?
As much as I hate it,
She's
she's not wrong. She's not lying.
It will get worse.
Okay. Thank you, Mona.
Mona was stabbed to death by another inmate the day after the interview. I mean, they don't like her. What are these markings? Is there one everywhere? An alarming number of patients have appeared across the nation. Oh, paintings! Oh, shit. Forensic analysis suggests that the paintings were all made by the same person. But she's dead! Even the handwriting on the backs of the painting matched that of Mona. She was not lying. Correlation with the new paintings, numerous individuals have also gone missing. Authorities urge everyone to stay locked inside during investigation. Like, that's gonna help. Here are the paintings. No. No, we're not repeating the cycle. It's just a cycle over and over again. Is it just the same paintings over again? Starving Brit. Charge ass. I don't know what that means.
Self-portrait's the same. It's you.
Creating on.
It's always been. It's always been it. It's always been it. The self-portrait is the thing. Fuck. Alright, everybody. Here's a YouTube channel. It's a book. Alright, Urban Spook is the guy. If you want to watch these videos for yourself and get traumatized, you can. If not, if you somehow enjoyed this video or got scared or whatever, consider going over to Urban Spooks thing and subscribing. I'm not gonna subscribe because this video is just holy shit. I will say one thing Urban Spook did get. So the series for analog horror of scaring the living hell out of me. 10 out of 10. The suspense was really annoying, but also very good. So I'll give that 10 out of 10. All the stuff that happened, 0 out of all the stuff that happened, like storyline and everything, 10 out of 10. It was just very disturbing. That was me, Ember. It was just very disturbing. Yeah. At least they added smart people in. Well, a little bit. Yeah. But go ahead and go over to Urban Spooks and show him the love he needs by subscribing to his channel. I mean, you don't need it, but still. But this was just... This was just effed up, man. And also, see that you hit 50k subscribers. Congratulations. But 140k subscribers. Even though I'm a little late. I'll subscribe to you. Hell. In case he ever makes any damn... I still can't believe that this is the mother... This right here, self-portrait. Yes, even the self-portrait makes even more sense now. This is it. This is the demon. It's always been something from hell. I called it. Nah. Anyway, thank y'all. Anyway, thank y'all for watching this video. I'm definitely gonna play the living crap out of other games so I can forget about this. But thank y'all for watching. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. If you don't, I don't care. But if you do, thank you very much. And also welcome to the army. If you do, welcome to the army. And what? Hopefully in this video, my goal in this video is just to try to get it try to get it some decent views and maybe get me into 50 subscribers. I don't know. And thank you all for watching, and I'll we'll see y'all in the next analog horror game, or anything or anything else. And then I'll see y'all in the next video. Rez out.
Morning's done, the day is won. Sun dancing and everything's fine. A gentle breeze, the city's slow. I take a seat, let the moment flow. A cup of coffee, sugar falls in. I stir it slow, let the calm begin. In these quiet